My city's been living off of train tracks that look like this for much too long now. So let me go ahead and show you what I did to fix that. This is my brand new and improved train track base plate. I'll show you how I made it. This is kind of what I have so far. It's just on one of these flimsy plates with a train track on the left that is ballasted with those brown tiles, as well as some rock and plant work to the right of it. Pretty boring so far, but we're going to be raising that railroad track up so it's level with the rest of the base plate, as well as adding some fun nature details and things of that sort. But first, we got to make sure we kind of just make it so it can work with any other plate in the city using those 2x2 bricks, the 1x4 Technic bricks, and the plate. Let's go ahead and move on to the time lapse and get this railroad base plate going. Basically, I've outlined this little pond in little blue studs, and that's going to mark a pond that I'm going to put in. And because of how the mill system is going to be set up, I can basically go into the ground, or I can like have a lower elevation of details. So the water will basically just sit on top of the plate that's there now, and then everything else will be built up around it. So it'll add elevation, detail, and really make the world feel a little bit more lived in. So let's go ahead and get that pond going. Okay, so now that the mill's plate is basically done, we got some depth to it, got this riverbed going. All I need to do is add some blue tiles, but I did kind of run into a problem. I'm kind of low on blue tiles, but I got something that can do the trick. If I just take this blue blanket that I have right here, I think if all we have to do is just kind of, and we should have water. Yeah, sweet, that was pretty easy. And although it already might look like, we have some detail, we got water and dirt work and rocks and everything, we definitely want to enhance it because this city wants to feel lived in and everything. So the first thing we're going to add is this tree that I have made. I think it fits perfectly right here. This is why those brown slopes are there. So here's that tree on the plate, and I think it looks pretty good from most angles. And if you're wondering what this is, I kind of used a little technique. I wanted to make a rope swing going into the pond because I just feel like that's very, very kind of small town, very animated and fun vibes. I wanted to make it look a little bit more organic, so I used a bunch of clear pieces to make it look almost like the rope was curving. That way we can have somebody jumping off going into the pond and it looks very dynamic. The next thing I'm going to add is there is some rock work left over from the previous section that I had this railroad on, but as you can see, this side is very bare and looks a lot worse than this side. So the next thing we're going to be doing is adding a bunch of detailing here to make it look like there's trains that come through and knock rubble and all sorts of stuff to the side. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'm thinking that looks pretty good. I like the detailing. I like the work that I did. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's a little bump back here in the grass. That's because underneath here, I've added a little pump that is, I don't really remember what I was going to show you there, but yeah, like I said, the ballasting and detailing on the train tracks, I think, looking pretty good. Now that this is detailed, let's go ahead and add some minifigures. First up, we gotta have some people swimming in the pond. Even if they're neck deep. Bathing suit on a rope. Little husky. Gotta be a reason for all the plants. Poison ivy's going in. Someone's got to keep the neighborhood safe from any villainous activity. And finally, Mama walking through nature. There's the nature base plate all done. Let's go ahead and add it to the Lego City.